Chapter 2, Part 3. Nick kissed me passionately as we Wait, that's the wrong plotline entirely. God. Chapter 2, Part 3. Donut Shop. 2.5 hours left of summer school PE. The air in the cramped donut shop is sticky with the scent of yeasty dough and sugar glaze. My curls are hanging limp around my face, and I'm covered in a sheen of sweat from the walk over here. But now that I have a pink frosted donut caked with rainbow sprinkles in my clutches at last, the heat isn't bothering me at all. Plus, there's a fan behind the counter that's nudging the heavy air around the shop, so I guess that helps a bit too. Since all the booths are taken, Nick and I stand near the trash cans by the drinks fridge to enjoy our most precious donuts on this, the first and final donut day. Could you grab me a napkin? He asks. I don't know how I always get so sticky. We need to get you some sort of face bib, I say. As I reach over to the counter, Speedy Parker Rhodes whisks past to grab a drink. It's already a tight squeeze with 40 kids crowded inside this tiny shop, and he jostles my arm. The arm that has my donut balanced precariously on my open palm. Before I can react, the donut soars out of my hand. I fumble for it, knock it up into the air. It arches back down. I swipe for it and miss. It turns in the air and lands with a slight bounce, sprinkle side down on the questionable linoleum floor of the donut shop. No! I shout, probably more intensely than the situation merits, but this is who I am. Nick starts at my outburst. What? My donut fell. He examines it. Still good. Maybe from his vantage point, 30 feet up in the air. Gross, I say. It fell sprinkle side down. Contamination issues aside, that means the sprinkles are no longer soundly adhered to the icing. The entire sprinkle to icing ratio is compromised. It's basic donut engineering, Nederson. Get another one then, and calm down. Also, you never got me a napkin. Quieter now, I say. I only brought $1. This may be the single greatest tragedy of my young life. Oh man, that sucks. He takes a bite of his donut, savoring it. No donut for donut day, what a sad state of affairs. I sigh softly. It's okay, I'll just take half of you. He literally shoves the rest of his bear claw into his mouth. And he had a lot of claw left. His eyes widen as he realizes what he's done, but he looks pretty pleased with himself overall. I bet you didn't even enjoy that. Forfeit, he garbles. I give the donuts a long, lingering look of farewell, a look which, unfortunately, is intercepted by Rahina Pram, who has just ordered his own donut and is still standing at the register, because a girl can't catch a break today. Rahi turns back to the man behind the counter. And another sprinkled for He does a tiny shake of his head as if to say, you don't know who Tracy is, donut man. For the lady. I honestly did not realize Rahi knew my name. Although I kind of like being called the lady. It makes me sound mysterious and exotic, as if I own many fancy birds. The man gives Rahi 2 donuts, one of which he holds out to me. Oh, that's nice of you, I say, narrowing my eyes. Really, you didn't have to do that. My tone isn't exactly ingratiating. I'm trying to be polite, but random kindness from a stranger, a guy, from a popular male human person I've spoken to maybe twice in my life. I don't mean to be paranoid, but this sort of thing doesn't happen to me. I'm no Miranda Rathbone. Not that I know her personally, but it isn't hard to imagine the type of girl boys would skip class for. Shiny hair, cheekbones you could cut glass with, white teeth with very strong enamel. Boys probably buy her donuts every day. Just buy them by the dozen. Buy the baker's dozen. Plus, I've gone to the same school as Rahi for years, but I don't know him. We're not friends. And if we learn anything in this rough and raggle-taggle world, it's to put up walls and expect the worst from everyone we meet. Nobody just buys someone else's baked goods out of sheer kindness. That is absurd. I suspect it is a trick. Still, pink sprinkled. Hesitantly, I take the donut. He smiles without meeting my eyes and goes to join a table. Doesn't say a word to me. Doesn't start laughing about it with his friends. I guess he was just being nice. What a weirdo. Oh crap, he's looking at me. He's repositioning himself in the booth and moving his head infinitesimally to peek out of the corner of his eye. He definitely sees me still standing here, holding the donut on my palm, staring brazenly at him. It's too late to recover and pretend I was looking past him, so instead I do a very casual about-face. Now, though, I can't tell if he's looking at me or not, and I don't know how to go about eating this donut. Should I relish it, to show due appreciation for his gesture? Or should I eat it meekly, to demonstrate the care I will take with this and all future donuts, should I be fortunate enough to acquire them? Are you gonna eat that? Nick reaches for my donut. I yell something incomprehensible. If Rahi wasn't outright staring before, he probably is now. Nick jerks his hand back as if I bit it. I'm not convinced I didn't. I mean, I say, a tinge of desperation in my voice. No, I mean, yes, I am. I was just saving it for a minute. I take a bite out of the donut like a toddler eating a sandwich. The bite is too big. I can barely chew, and it slides like a mossy boulder down my throat. The stress of it all has made me hasty, and now I'll never enjoy this, the one and only donut day of summer school. Like a mosquito bite after a day in the sun, Penny is suddenly upon us, scrubbing jelly filling off her hand with a scrunched-up napkin. "That was sweet of Rahi," she says. "Looks like he's more than just a pretty face, huh? It's like a donut hero, saving the day with donuts." "Watch it, Nickel." "Easy," Nick mutters. "Sorry," I sigh. "It's been a difficult donut day." I take another bite. It helps.